We'll go from there. So I want to say good evening to everyone. Facebook, welcome. Everyone who's on the Truth Tribe, welcome. I'm Dawn Thompson. Those of you who've been with me for a long time, kudos to you, and way to keep building up your badass warrior selves. Those of you who are newbies or pop in and out, thank you for showing up, because I'm trying to get you guys to understand the more of a truth, the more tribe, the bigger our community, the easier it is to navigate this newness, right? This new reality. So remember that you are all perfect exactly where you are in this now moment. There's nothing wrong with you, and that I love you. I love you very much. And I want people to understand how much I love you, because when you think no one loves you, love is not a thing to get or give. It's just a vibration. It's a feeling. And I want you all to feel loved. Okay. So tonight we are going to have a discussion on the topic, criticism is your clarity. Why am I calling it that? Because we've been discussing basically 3D, 4D, 5D discussions for weeks now, because it's what's coming up. It's why you're having physical symptoms. You're having ascension symptoms. You're like, what's wrong with me? I had a lot of ascension symptoms that were weird, right? I'm like, they weren't your typical headache. They weren't your typical exhaustion, which we're all having, by the way. You're all extremely exhausted right now because your physical bodies are adapting to this higher frequency that we've all opened up to. Okay. And so we've been discussing a lot of 3D and 4D and 5D. And so if you're going to get your body, your mind, and your soul, your spirit to align as a funnel, right, instead of an hourglass with a higher frequency, you will need to understand how to open your physical reality to a higher frequency. Your physical body, your physical things, the physical money, things, cars, places, homes, the earth that you live on. All right. And so it's so vital that we all start paying attention to that. Okay. So with the amount of information right now that is bombarding you basically like from every direction, it's hard to decipher what is your, like, what's the barometer? What's the litmus test for evolving, for ascending? Am I doing a good job? Like, it's not even a good job, but am I doing, the right work to get myself open enough to be able to have a higher, more abundant, more beautiful, brighter life? That's hard. Like, when you feel miserable, you're wondering if you're doing it right, right? That's why we're stuck, or questioning it, I should say. Criticism is your test. That's your litmus test. And I say that because victim mode, criticism, that is your test. Asking yourself, am I falling back to victim, or am I stepping into my expanded power? So from now on, you're going to find the universe, the grid, the energy of the galaxy, all this energy on the earth is going to start pushing you to go within, right? To see yourself. This isn't something people like to do, especially even when coaching. When I bring up stuff, we're like, you're right. But then we avoid it till you're back with me. Or in the universe, like, well, we won't just use Dawn. We're just going to all together bombard everyone and make them see themselves. So it's forcing all of us on the planet to see your victim criticizing energy. And so I want you to think about this. And because we're like, well, I don't criticize things or people. I'm not a victim, right? And I want you to look at it from a different level. So for any reason, at any time, you catch yourself getting upset with a post on social media, a friend, what they're doing and gossiping what they said, a TV wizard who's total bullshit anyway, a family member, a movie that you are being triggered from. It's triggering you to see darkness inside you that needs one simple word: courage. Courage to call bullshit. Okay? If you're getting triggered by anything right now, and you're like, that's wrong, and you just want to pounce on it to criticize, okay? you got to have the courage to call bullshit that it's not that, it's something within you going, I got to look in here. You all came here, my friends, as star seeds, as I call you, lighthouses. But you've heard the term, if you're spiritual and you've been doing the ascension work, the enlightened work, the metaphysical work, the healing work, the physical healing work, right? I call you lighthouses. The big term is star seeds, right? Because you come from the stars, you come from the universe, you come from probably many planets and many galaxies, right? But you are a lighthouse and you came here as a warrior to be expansion of light, okay? To be your highest expanded version of your gifts. And you have been programmed for thousands of years to see yourself as less than your greatest powerful gifts. Okay, so it's easier to criticize others. You can see not living their potential instead of waking up, right? You're looking at them like, well, they're not this and they're not that, instead of you waking up to stand in your excellence and your courage to shine your brightest light for others to see you. It's not that you thought, hey, you know, I'm thinking I'll choose to come here and be a victim or a felon or an addict or suffer some great illness. None of you have chosen that. You were programmed to think that that was okay. Now, all of a sudden, I'm waking you all up to go, it's okay to be a fucking badass and have it all and be happy and be abundant, successful, financial, emotional, physical. And it doesn't feel normal to you. It feels weird. Why? Because we don't know what that feels like very well. You know it in your brain, you know it in your soul, but the body is letting go and purging. It's your power, right? Your power is so great that whatever you learned as programmed life, that you did it, right? With all your soul's power. So think of anything you were programmed negative, okay? I want you to think about how powerful you are, that all the negative, maybe things you don't like about yourself, the things you criticize yourself about, right? You've done those things with all the soul power you have to excel at anything you touch. Not knowing that you're capable of excelling at anything you criticize as well. You're just as excellent at holding the power to expand what you came to teach. And you all have different gifts. You might be a baker, you might be a gardener, you might be many things, but we all have different gifts, and your gifts, I've seen mechanics, oh, I'm just a mechanic, that irritates the shit out of me. I need a mechanic all the time to help me with stuff. An artist, an engineer, an accountant, a teacher, no gift is an accident. And none of those gifts, by the way, you've had just one time in this lifetime. It's in your soul. You are a warrior, and warriors do not play small, even if it's in things that are damaging you or keeping you small and are still expanding. You're still expanding all you touch. So when people ask me, like, why would they choose that? Why would they choose, abuse? Why would they choose to be a felon? Why would they choose to do something illegal? Why would they choose to be an addict and take drugs or alcohol or anything? Because you're all powerful lighthouses, and whatever you touch, you will expand it with power and soul light. So if you're going to do it, if you're going to do anything, do it fucking badass like a warrior. Well, that's what everybody's doing on the planet. And they're all doing that thing. And sometimes people get so good at doing things they don't want, they don't even know they can do the things they do want. Because we're not equating it. It's equal. So when you choose to raise your consciousness, okay, to live an expansion of your gift, you begin to attract, think of it this way, your consciousness, your light up, right? Who other people or, experiences who either want to hold you back or are drawn to your light like a moth to the flame, right? They have no knowledge of healthy love. Okay. So around you, they're going to feel like they've never eaten a meal. They're starving almost when they experience your healthy love versus their unhealthy love. And unhealthy love is, it's likely it is how everyone was taught as a child. That's how love is, unhealthy, but it's not. And so by doing the work, all of you speaking your truth and shining healthy love, you feel, and you're going to feel this. So don't criticize. That's why criticism is the topic tonight. All these needy energy vampires are everywhere. You literally can see them coming out of the work going, oh my God, why are they being like that? You will be, you're going to be, awoken to understand that you can show them the path and that they can choose to go to your lighthouse path or not to your light, right? As their own GPS to get their boat to shore. I've brought this up so many times, and this lighthouse, like, oh, I'm going to be a lighthouse. No, I'm literally not kidding about you lightening up means your frequency of your body has to lighten up. So by you understanding this, that you're going to attract energy vampires, you're going to attract people who are low, who are needy, who are starving for love. You are the lighthouse. You are the warriors. You inspire others to start shining from their own courage, not from yours, right? Not from falling back into problems with them, going back, oh, I'll just go hang out with them. Then you're in their energy field. You wake up your light. And when you wake up to your light, you must be very clear. And please hear me about this. Very clear to your me boundaries. Me. This is me. This is my boundary. This is where I am holding all my loving lighting energy. Okay, so be very clear on your me boundaries of what you will allow in your energy field, because most who are in agony will pull you into their ocean of pain. You must learn compassion to believe in them over criticism of their amnesia of their gifts. Okay, does that make sense? So they will bring you back into their storm, my friends, if you aren't clear on your environment, on your social circle, on your support circle, on your reality of living. Okay, they are not to be criticized, critiqued for their slow boat to your lighthouse. Compassion with boundaries. Yes, someone just said. Okay. Let's see. I've lit up, but now I'm alone because nobody can be here with me. So this is my point. Thank you. This is a perfect example. No one cannot be here with you. And I want to make sure that you all understand, you have to be very clear of not getting sucked into their storm. But by you staying lit up, the right people start finding you. Your soul tribe will find you. I promise. Your light tribe. This is the whole purpose of Truth Tribe, my friends. Get on Daisy. You all just need to get on your dashboard. She's right there. It's where we can talk to each other, be friend, be connected, communal. It's the whole point. But I'm going to be very clear with all of you. The lighthouses are getting very frustrated. Okay. Yes, it's lonely, but they start to come around, and we attract our own tribe. They will start, those boats will start to come around, but you have to own it. You have to own this vibration yourself. They are not to be criticized. Especially, now this is the piece I want you guys to hear from me tonight. Especially, you must not criticize yourself for not believing in yourself on some of your rough days, okay, that we've all been experiencing lately. Do you all get me on this one? Because then when you start doing that, it brings your frequency down, and then they're like, yeah, you're back, okay? Do not criticize yourself on days you don't feel the power of your light. It's there, okay? You're just recalibrating to your next move to upgrade your life. That's it. You're recalibrating, and because you think that you should always be lit up, that's not how it works. That's not how a heartbeat works. That's not how the ebb and flow of the planet, the Schumann resonant works. It's a heartbeat, a flow. So criticism, let me be very clear, is the key to being pulled into the 3D victim reality of starving souls lost at sea. You are not going to be able to fix something in yourself, right, that you feel society says should be different. Those are the two things. You're either going to get pulled out to sea, or you're going to criticize yourself because you can't fix something that they told me should be different. Bullshit. It's total bullshit. Remember, you are perfect and powerful warriors as long as you are not criticizing, critiquing other people. We still have human moments. You're not supposed to not be human, my friends. You're just learning to be an evolved human that's full of light instead of dark bullshit, suffering, and pain. And that's not something this human race has ever known. I'm serious. Criticism is polarity, not courageous compassion. Okay. If you're criticizing, you're thinking about out there is different than in here. That means what you're seeing in them is what you need to look at with courage in here. So criticism is polarity, not courageous compassion. So watch what you're criticizing in others or yourself. Okay. And you're going to see where you're still bleeding your power and light unnecessarily. It's just unnecessary. It's okay to have a me boundary. Your higher self is getting so full, like last week when I talked about you guys are an hourglass, right? And our minds have gotten so tight in this hourglass that you've gotten to be very narrow-minded. Well, every time you awaken, you open it up and this stuff just flows through you. And your higher self is so full of wisdom and gifts to guide you, but you must open up to let go of that narrow-mindedness to allow all the universal truth to flow in. And it flows in. And so many of you have boulders, right, that are ready to release, that have been trying to get through this tiny opening, right? And it's going to frustrate and it's going to irritate. It's going to make you downright angry because your entire being knows there's a better way to live. Okay? It's your narrow ego mind holding you hostage to one baby petal, like one pebble at a time of experience. And that's not the way life is anymore. It's total bullshit. Okay? Will the world keep shifting and changing on you? Yes. Yes, yes, more again. Yes, more again. Quit waiting for the end to happen. Okay? Are you going to be less or more than you came out of it? Yes, of course, more. Okay? You're going to either choose this reality of living in heaven, or you're going to continue to choose in a very narrow-minded hell. And it doesn't mean it's a negative hell. It just means you're creating your own restrictions in life because you're refusing to open your mind to all these open-minded realities of the universe. It's a heaven or hell choice, right? But you do have to grow. You have to grow, and you only have to decide to dream or drown. And again, you're going to drown if you let them pull you back in, because all of you've been doing the damn work. Okay? There's no place. You're not going anywhere. You're still here. You're just opening your mind, that bridge that I've taught you all, to these universal, beautiful, truthful gifts. You must own your life, the things, the thoughts, or the truth. Okay? They all have to align. And that's what's happening slowly but surely. And we are at a time in history to see what the ancient cultures predicted. Right? And they did. So many ancient cultures have already known this because they were already tapped in. They didn't have this narrow-minded that we are programmed with the wizards for how many hundreds of years. Okay. They predicted that some will make it through to this higher new earth realm, this lighter realm, and some won't. And you have to quit waiting for them to catch up. Move to the higher realm and shine your lighthouse. This is the time we're in. It's right now. There's no going somewhere. When's it going to happen, Dawn? Right now. Okay. We're awakening to light. And you want it to be some big fancy schmancy, someone's going to show up on the screen and over here and give you some big enlightened meaning. Okay. It's not going to happen. You're awakening to your own light, not some light coming out of the sky, not some, Armageddon. Right now, our own powerful light. Okay. And criticism is how you determine that you are living in a courageous, compassionate light, or you're still holding on to things as your power. And when you hold things as what give you power, that's why you're stuck. I'm not saying don't get things. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you're using them as your first source of power when spirit up here is where all the power comes in. And once you open the mind to it, it all flows in. Your power in this new earth consciousness is from shining your gifts as truth without asking for permission to be in healthy love. This is one of my biggest, I want to shake you all because you all deserve healthy love, my friends. You don't need to ask if it's okay to be fucking happy and abundant. Stop asking for permission. Stop asking to be successful. Stop asking to be a best-selling author or a super successful real estate guru or investor or a baker or a tattoo artist or whatever you are. You're here. Do it. But it is okay to tell all the boats that are still in the storm, I'm super happy and I am amazingly abundant and joyful, and it's awesome. Some of you are feeling guilty saying it. Why? Because it's all you knew. And I'm telling you, it's done. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, it is okay to be happy. Your light will speak for you, not your body, not your things, not your status. Aquarius, I told you, the new age of Aquarius will require community, oneness, blended with detachment. That means you being independent with your gifts of light, yet connecting that light to everyone's light so the earth is lighter. Okay, so your independent light is adding to all the universal light. That is what's happening right now. Okay, you will be felt before you are seen, guaranteed from this point forward, okay? And so you have, from this point forward, when you start opening up to that, you're going to have nothing to criticize. Just gratitude for seeing solutions to your dreams in easier ways. Okay? Okay. I'm going to go, there are several comments coming in. I'll go back to them. Let me just get you guys through this planetary update of what's going on, because I don't want to forget you guys. This is really powerful. You're feeling there's a super full moon in Capricorn on Saturday. Okay, Saturday the 3rd, July 3rd. And Capricorn is a very controlled, stubborn. It can be very stubborn. It's very earthy. It's grounding, but it's also cement and security and foundation. It can get controlling and rules driven, and it can get foundational and building. So we have to see both sides. Okay. The moon is emotions and full moons are closure. So it's going to bring you guys, you're already feeling it. All of you are feeling it. Both challenges and rewards. Okay. So it seems that the universe is encouraging us, which is what I was going through earlier, to do hard things, but it's also promising that it's going to be pleasantly rewarding if we do it. Okay, so things that you don't want to do, things that you've been criticizing, you're like, I don't want to criticize anymore. I just want to look at me and see how amazing I am and keep doing what I freaking love. That's what it's asking. So this Capricorn full moon is this perfect opportunity to find discipline needed to achieve your goals. Capricorn rules career. It rules abundance. It rules order, structure. Okay. So create, you guys, go make your schedules. Okay. Tick off your to-do list, right? Just do one at a time. That's how I've done all the things I've done. And I do so many things because I put them on a list and I do the hardest things first and I just keep going. It's asking you to do that. Get back to your meditation. Sit on your meditation cushion. Tackle the challenging projects you've been putting off. The meditation journal I've encouraged you all to go do. Go get one online from me if you need to help you start it. Focus on the plan. The universe, if you're focused on the plan, Capricorn says, good job. Universe is on your side. Okay. So this Capricorn full moon can also help illuminate what's no longer working in our lives. So those things that you've been criticizing, those things that everybody's criticizing on the TV wizards and all this kind of stuff going on, which isn't true or total bullshit, quit looking at it because it's not serving you. It's not serving you light, it's serving you darkness. Okay, so all these things that are illuminating that don't work give you the opportunity to step up and take responsibility for your truth and your light, your gifts. And it can be challenging to confront what's no longer working or supporting us. And sometimes it's going to require you guys to take ownership, all of us, of a situation that has been created. We've all created it ourselves, right? So while not everything is our doing, I get that. It's a surprise or out of the blue. There is power to be found when we step up to the plate and start taking responsibility for every situation we find ourselves in. I.e., let's just say you were shining light. You didn't realize one of those boats came in and I need you. And they were starving for light and starving for healthy love. And you just had so much compassion. You weren't thinking about it and they pulled you into their storm. Make sense? You don't need to criticize yourself. You just need to back right back up and get back on the Capricorn Earth and stay grounded and don't move. And you don't need to explain yourself. Cool? That's where I'm trying to go with this. Okay. When we address the role that we've been playing in every scenario and we back up, that's when we can find the courage to turn things around and get our lives closer to where we want to be. If you use the power of this full moon wisely, it can guide you to overcome all your obstacles, face up to your challenges, and reach the top of the mountain that you're trying to climb. Whatever that mountain is, my friends, it can be health, wealth, abundance, friends, love. Okay. So then we add to this that it's going to, we're going to have a square. Okay. We have the square I've been talking about. The nodes are going to be square, and nodes rule, the north nodes and the south nodes rule past and present. Scorpios are past, south node. Taurus is our present, north node. Okay. And Scorpio has dark secrets from the past emerging. It's coming up. We're like, oh my God, why is this coming back? It's not. And Taurus, where we're going, asking you to go and build, is building new beauty and values and money for your desired future. So see, money doesn't go away. Things don't go away. You just don't focus on those first. You focus on your truth and your gifts and open up your narrow mind that's stopping you from using those gifts. And all those things flow in and create grounded insecurity. Okay. So the last thing, we're going to keep going into this for the next couple of weeks into July, but just remember why this is feeling this way, because all the outer planets are all going retrograde. Okay. And so you're going to just continue to be more introspective and go, why am I so tired? Why am I so lethargic? Why don't I want to do anything? Because the planets are forcing you all to get here and hold all your energy and shift and lighten up and go through healing from whatever it is to dig deeper into your psyche. Okay. So that society is going to break apart and they're going to be like, okay, this society isn't controlling you anymore. You're controlling you from the inside out. Okay. And it's going to unearth your truth. So this introversion kind of feeling or exhaustion, it's okay. It's a good thing. It's what's happening to help us all get back in here and push it all out. The second you open up that narrow-mindedness. Everybody right here. I am courage. I am love. I am truth. I am courage. I am love. I am truth. Okay, so your challenge to ask yourself is, who do I criticize and why? For the next week, I want you to think about that, because Capricorn can be a little bit of a critical sign, because they're like the CEOs of the zodiac. They're kind of bossy. They want things to be a certain way. They want to control. What are you trying to control in your life that you criticize it's not right? Because Capricorn will bring that out. Okay. So I'm going to open up the Q&A. All right. Who can see the mental war that you've been taught to fight isn't necessary anymore? You're playing this mental war that you're fighting with this polarityness of the external world instead of just going inside. All right. And how do you see it showing up? So let's see. Someone says, I swear opening up to higher levels of healing kept me unarmed from a fall last week. I even went to the chiropractor to check me and I didn't need an adjustment for the first time in months. This is okay. So it's absolutely happening that way. The more you are living in your truth, saying, my body, I'm the boss of you. You're not the boss of me. I control this. I fall and I'm just go, that was uncomfortable, but you don't give it and criticize yourself for falling, not knowing better, not feeling good. Great, I'm going down that path again. I'm hurt again. Not criticizing yourself, change the game. That's what is happening, my friends. So from falling, from health, from all of this, that is what's going on, and that's what's showing up. Okay, and so that's what's going on with a lot of people. All right. Let's see. I am courage. I am love. I am homeless. You're not homeless. I'll find you a place. I'll find you a place to live. All right. I'm focused on being my own boss, and I focused on being my own boss, and my game changed. I love that. So let me see what else is coming. I got a couple other ones coming in here. Let me see if sometimes I don't read these properly. What if people are doing terrible things? It's hard not to criticize or judge them. Oh, that's okay. I see exactly where this would come from. Okay. So well said. It's seeing, when we see in someone who has become so, I want you to look at everyone as a master. Okay. A master doer, a master planner. Okay. And so I was trying to explain earlier with the felon, with the addict, with the, the sickness. Some people are masters of being sick. Okay. When you start looking at everyone with compassion of saying, wow, they're so masterful at expert level, that actually of their dark state, that they don't even know light. Okay. It's not for you to criticize the mastery that they chose. Okay. It's up to you to master your light, so you don't fall into becoming an expert victim and an expert of darkness like them. Focusing on the terrible things, my friends, is what's going on, why we're struggling to finish up in our light. Focusing on terrible things only feeds the terrible energy to create tribes of monsters feeding off of suffering. It's just a mass feeding of dark. Okay. So focusing on light creates your tribe of freedom and joy. The challenge is most of us don't realize you've been told to focus on bad kids in school. You're bad. Who do we focus on? The bad kid in school. Okay. And so this is my point, is we're never told to focus on the gifts and the light. We haven't been taught this. So this is all you going inside and going, I'm going to learn my own damn self. I'm going to figure myself out. You go on your chart. I've all told you this. Go on to my website. There's an astrology chart. Medicine wheel is your healing wheel. Go heal yourself by seeing where your weak spots are and go, oh, I can fill those in and I can be a master at all of me. Learn you. So it's hard not to criticize people when you look at the darkness, when quit looking at it. Quit focusing on what everyone else is doing wrong. They're a master at that. Maybe let them be. They're not telling you to come be them. And if they are, that's on you, choosing that over the light. It was a good question. I think what we're all missing is that you're all mastering whatever you're choosing. So you don't realize you might be choosing victim. We don't realize we might have been choosing sickness for so long. Maybe you have a whole family history of, oh, we're sick. Oh, and the DNA, and the doctor said the DNA is in them and I'm going to get sick again. And oh, they said my mom's good sick with it, so I'm going to get sick. And so you have programmed yourself to focus and be masterful at that stupid belief. You're a master. Okay, so let's master abundance, and let's master opening up your narrow-minded, right? Because remember, I told you, you are all become hourglass, and the hourglass is inside this tiny little opening is your mind, your beliefs. And until you open that narrow-mindedness to have a total funnel flowing in from spirit, that's what's getting us stuck. Now I'm just saying, just open that thing. Just choose to be the boss of your own damn life. Okay. Why are so many more critical of self? Why are so many more critical? Oh, I think she's saying Why are we so much more critical of myself than I am of other people? That's how I'm reading this. Programming. Okay. You were programmed to fight. All of you. Think about what you fight for. Okay. You were programmed to fight. You're on the TV wizards tell you to fight. Everything you do, you were taught to fight. In your family, you were taught to fight for the food, the better this, right? There's nothing wrong with fighting for yourself, okay? But we were taught wars, right? Wars have been going on for thousands of years, thousands and hundreds of thousands of years, teaching you that you are separate from others. And when you are taught that and you were programmed to fight, you feel alone, right? So it makes you feel alone. Like I have no one to connect to. And alone, think about it. It's not a battle if you're together, right? So you've been taught to fight physical battles, mental battles, spiritual battles. Everybody's wrong. Their religion isn't good as my religion, so you're going to fight for spiritual. Their body isn't good as my body, or they're not as good as I am. Their country is not as good as my country. I'm going to fight them, right? It's a mental, their beliefs are terrible and mine are better. You're going to fight for the better belief. It's bullshit. Y'all are falling for this bullshit. It's not there anymore. Narrow, open up. Okay. So I'll go back to why are we more self-criticizing? Okay. Because if you're fighting and criticizing each other, you're not living in one consciousness. So you're easy to control and manipulate, which means you think something's wrong with you, which is why you're criticizing yourself to not be enough. You're never getting to where you want to go. If you're in a tribe of light, you will see truth and you will refuse to suffer. So shining as a community and compassion of love is a very new thing for this planet, but it's the only way to live in New Earth. So you're going to stand out. You're going to be standing in the new light and going, I love you anyway. You might be an asshole. You can't come past my bubble entry, but you can stay there if you're a dirty boat out in the ocean and you're struggling. But I believe in you. I know you should use courage. It doesn't mean you're looking at them. You're not criticizing them. You're not criticizing them for choices. You're just staying away from it. Does that make sense? You're staying in your light. Cool. Does that help you see that from the perspective that I'm trying to get you guys to understand? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So any other questions? Yes. Let me see. A couple came in here. Let's see. Okay. I think that's it. You guys have, I was so clear tonight. You guys have nothing to ask. So I want to make sure I'm very clear about tonight. You are going to excel in whatever you choose to excel in your narrow-mindedness, or you can choose to excel in becoming a funnel and open up to all the beautiful blessings of the universe. Put your hands out. Imagine, everybody really quick. I'm going to do this for 2 seconds. I'm going to have you close your eyes. Everybody take a deep breath in and hold it. And let it out. Keep your eyes closed. Everybody hop up, float out of your body up onto the cloud. As you're standing on the cloud, I want you to think of one thing that you catch yourself criticizing yourself on. And then I want you to float up with that thing, and I want you to go all the way up out into outer space, multiple galaxies, wherever you want. You're standing on the grid. And as you're standing on the grid lines, you see the earth, you see the clouds, you see everything down there. You know, a tiny speck of you is down there on the earth. Look down, and I want you to look at your feet. You're going to see a big, beautiful bowl of gold coins sitting by your feet. I want everyone to understand that this bowl of coins represents everything that you ever wanted. Money, health, wealth, friends, love, abundance, partners, marriage, houses, things, travel, whatever it is. New shoes, like me, my new shoes. Those coins represent all that. I want you to everybody dump your bucket of coins out and see them dropping down to you right now. And as you're sitting, we're going to come back down now. You've dumped the coins, come back down to the cloud. Stand on the cloud and look at yourself down on the earth, float back down. sit into your chair, open your eyes. Now everybody put your hands out. Now start receiving the gifts of the universe. That is opening your mind. Catch the coins, catch the health, catch the love, catch the abundance, catch them, because they're all coming down to you. You just are the master right now at excelling and opening up your funnel and receiving abundance. That's what you just did. All you have to do is do this every day. I do this every day on my walk. I go up there, talk about what I need. I put it out. Someone just said I'm homeless. I'm saying, go ahead and dump about a whole bucket of coins onto you and say each coin represents a new place to live. Watch it show up. Watch it show up. I hope that's what you dumped onto yourself. Because each time you say you don't have it, I guarantee you, you're mastering that. So he keeps saying, I don't have this. I don't have this. My answer is he just mastered that. My answer is I call bullshit. Master this and master this. Okay. Master opening your funnel up and receiving the blessings that you want right now. And put your hand out and grab the coins of abundance and watch them show up. Okay. Okay, my friends. That was it. I wanted to kind of clean this up. Watch your criticisms. I promise you, you're going to catch yourself. But most of all, please stop criticizing yourself. You are all amazing warriors. You are all warriors, and you all came here to be lighthouses. You did not come here to go critique and criticize others for what they're not doing. They're just lost at sea. Leave them alone. They're mastering their own journey. Master the light. Master your gifts. And have the best, amazing life you will ever imagine showing up in these coins. Go up and get them. I want you guys to remember, please, if you're in Truth Tribe, if you're in the Warrior Pass, tap on Daisy, get in there. I dump in all stuff. I'm going to start dumping in more stuff that we talk about in there. So we start having, it's your community. It's where you talk about these things. It's where you drop things. It's where you ask for ideas with each other. It's your wall where you can say anything you want. You can even swear in there. Because no one can tell us no. Why did I make it? Because of that reason. No one can stop me. All right. I love you all. You guys have an amazing evening. Full moon. Put closure to whatever you want to let go of. Make a list and go get that new life. I love you all. Saturday, don't forget, brightest blessings. I'll see you on Monday. Have a good night.